Guys, and welcome back to the SkizzleCraft server. Today I'm going to be working on something a little bit smaller at the base instead of the big builds or big things to do. So as you can see, I've been working on laying out some areas in the fire elemental district, just where the main pathways are going to go. There is obviously going to be smaller ones between, but I've been trying to lay out where some of the buildings are going to go. To start with, we need to build one here to hide where this little bit of a sheep farm is. If I can make it big enough, I might actually expand this and build some more because it seems like I'm going to be using a lot of wool in these builds. But I'm going to be building some kind of modern style houses, but keeping in the colours here. So I'm just going to be doing one or two small ones. But in between building, I want to try and go out into the server and have a look at some of the other guys' bases. So I just need to wait till some people are online. There's not very many right now. Gets a little bit difficult with my time zone. But when they get on, probably during the weekend, I'm going to see if anyone wants to give me a tour of the base. So I think I've got this kind of figured out now where the back is going. I've got this little section I just need to figure out. So if we go around to the front, of course it's going to nighttime now. So we followed this around and then that goes all the way around to the other corner. And then this side comes out even further, which is going to be a little bit of a balcony. I just need to figure out how to do that because I'm going to use some slabs and then a way to get in. It's not going to be very tall because we've only got this one block wide, and then I need to figure out the roof. That's still empty on top. Now this section, I've kind of mirrored the front but done it in a different style of window. And I've used the tinted glass for that just to darken it a little bit. There's just this section left to go, so I was thinking of maybe mirroring it again as we've got on the other side. So we go along like this, and then we'll just continue this section in white, like that. And maybe we could put just a actually, I think we'll do it. Actually, I think it's the same as the other side, what I'm thinking. So if we do, if I can reach it. White there, and then the 3 windows, and then we can do white on this section as well. It's the same as the other side, but it looks best. This side I'm going to leave blank. We need a little bit just of the plain. I did do this bit blank instead, but that was a little bit too much of the orange. So that is the main frame done. So I've been working on these houses for quite a while, gathering resources as I need them, and then just trying to figure out how to add each of the different colours in and doing different designs of houses. And I think they're turning out quite well so far. So we've just got this one little section, and as you can see, I've also been working a little bit on the roads because I thought it's easier to build the houses if I kind of know where the roads are going. So the easiest way to do this is to have a quick fly up here. There we go. And you can see I've got the roads built around in sections. So they're a little bit random, but I tried doing them like curved and it didn't really look very nice. And I thought futuristic, they're more likely to be like man-made rather than like mud roads. So I thought it'd be easier just doing them in lines, had a couple of diagonals when they're going down hills and stuff like that. And we have got an entrance going into each of the 4 sides of the library. If we go over here, you can see the houses I've been building so far. Trying to use a little bit, well, focusing mainly on the colour palettes, but trying to use a little bit of other blocks in with as well, just to differentiate. And I do want them to be quite different. I don't want them to be like the same or really similar. And I thought I'm starting with houses closer to the pyramids, and then as I move out, I'm going to be moving into more apartments and maybe some bigger buildings, taller buildings once we reach the outside. So These are just normal houses, each of them a different size. Of course, the first one we built has got this sheep in. I've not decorated the insides of any of these yet. I'll do those at another point. But this one went for the red and white. Now, I thought about doing the red frame, but then I switched it around and did it with the nether brick as the details, and I think it looked quite nice. And then a little accent there of the red wool. This one I went for the nether brick and the jungle logs. It's got a little bit of a reddish tinge, and then I just added the dark oak in here just for an extra accent. I wasn't quite sure, but I think it works quite well with the red nether brick. This is the most recent one I've built. So I've gone for yellow with the blackstone, and then we've just got a floor. This is just a one-story. I'm not going to be building an upstairs on this, although I might build some stairs up and make it kind of like a balcony. And then I've just gone for the bamboo trapdoors as a fence for a little garden. Now, one idea I had was changing the grass in this area to this instead, and then doing the same over with the water section with the blue, the warped nylium. But then I thought it'd be a bit too much to have the whole floor be red and then all this redness in the buildings around. So I thought I can use it for some accents and build little gardens with that, just as an extra splash of colour on some of them, but not on all of them. So I've just been around and added these paths blocks around the outside of the walkway just to give it a little bit more depth. You know, just me getting distracted from what I'm doing now. But I thought now, instead of more houses, we'll go over here and start working on what we had as the big building. I would say big building in quotation marks. In the earth section, because it's going to be a garden area. It's not going to be a large one, but you can see we've got it quite long up here. And I wanted to do it wider, but I did want this being our center section, which is where the little fountain is going to be. And if we come over here, obviously we go downhill here. Now this, I could have brought this side of it out here a little bit more before it goes down. But if I want the beacons to be the center, I couldn't move this one out the same amount without having to terraform the whole thing. So we've got this ready and laid out. This is our central section. Obviously the beacons are only central from east to west, not north to south. And of course it lines up very nicely with our library down there. So I've gathered a few resources. I know I'm going to need a lot more. I'm going to need a lot more leaves. I'm going to need other things that I can't think of right now. But I think I'm going to start by just adding in some fences, maybe some picnic tables if what I've got in my head works out and looks right. So now I just need to play with a few things, but I think I'm just going to start by building and not thinking. So it's slowly starting to build up and look a little bit better here. So I've added a couple of trees in each of the corners, and then I added this kind of floral archway on the way in. It took a while to kind of figure this out because I wanted the particle effects, and I didn't realize that you don't get them just from placing the leaves. So I had to kind of grow trees to get them in the right direction and then trim them down. But obviously the leaves then decay, so I've had to make sure I do it and leave a couple of logs hidden in. And I think it looks fine. You can kind of see where the logs are, but it doesn't ruin the effect at all. So I like the way the archways are done. They are quite similar at both ends, but not exactly the same. I've just kind of trimmed them. I think this one's a little bit bushy on this side, so I might trim that down a little bit more. But I do like the way they look. So I've added some little bushed areas here in each of the corners. Going to cut a few flowers in the middle of these. And then I need to figure out something to do down the side of the path, so it's not just a straight line. I could just bush this out a little bit onto here, or maybe add some mossy cobblestone and some moss in it just to kind of make it gradually go out. This section is where the fountain's going to be. And then I've just got the path going around like this. So now we've got these two sections here, which I'm going to put flowers all the way around this, but I thought I might do kind of a picnic table type thing here. I just need my crafting table because I need some slabs. spruce slabs. Not quite sure how many I would need. That should be fine. There we go. So I need to do a picnic table style, and I've got an idea. If we do slabs there, and then we have spruce fences as the table legs, like here and then here. Then we can do that. So that's the seating part, and then we can use the trapdoors. Oh, not there. This way to make the table. But then picnic tables kind of have that A shape. They have the section that goes across. So I thought if we could put signs along it like that. Doesn't give the exact shape, but it does look pretty similar. I think that looks good. I think that works as a picnic table. Just like that. And that gives us 2 picnic tables. So I could kind of change the grass around it a little bit, but just to make it look like it's been well used. But I think it might look better just leaving it on plain grass. So now I need to go grab the flowers and add flowers into these 4 flower beds, and then figure out what I'm going to do in these 2 other sections. So, fountain in place. So this didn't take very long. I already knew exactly what I was going to put in here, and I think it turned out quite well. So obviously this is the SkizzleCraft server. Everyone on here is a fan of Skizzleman, and I'm very happy watching him on the Hermitcraft server. And this is just a little homage to his base idea, because I absolutely love it. As soon as he mentioned that he was going to be building Maslow's pyramids, I loved it. I mean, with my education background, I have written so many things and read so much about Maslow's pyramid, and it's also something I use every day as a special needs teacher. So I thought it was a perfect fountain to add in this section here. I've just been playing around in the corners as well, just adding our little flowery areas in the corners, and then I need to start working on the paths a little bit here before we go over to the other side. I have built a swing over the other side, but it's not finished, so I'm not going to show you just yet. We've got a little bit more detailing to do for that, but I need to gather a few more resources and we can get the other side finished. So now that the gardens are done here, I'm going to go work on a little bit the paths, probably off camera. I just want to finish what we started last time with these sections. I wanted them to go all the way down, on each of them. But first, I am going to head out to visit one of the bases, because there's been a few more people online, and I have got an invite to go and take a tour. Hi. I'm just looking around.
So this is what
just
we
the
call the
view is
donut.
nice.
Yeah. It's got a lot of craziness going on, but this is what we call the donut.
Yeah. Why'd you call it the
And
donut?
it's just it's just a big Ice Peaks thing with cherry blossoms in the middle, because why not? Thanks, Minecraft.
Oh, natural like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Not the Pepto-Bismol lake. That came later.
Yeah, I guess that.
That was Kin's baby, I think.
Looks nice. I like the trees. I'm not very good at trees. I built one custom tree, which I was happy with. And then I've just been trying to do some mini custom trees in my little garden area I've just built, and yeah, they took me like twice as long as the one big tree did.
So the Pepto-Bismol lake.
Wait.
You know, I've never tried that.
It's a bit slow. But Pepto Bismol is a bit thicker than water, so that makes sense.
Hmm.
It's a lake, you're not supposed to be able to walk on it. Oh, very nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's Mars's head museum.
Head head museum. Okay.
Have you heard of her obsession with collecting everyone's head?
Yeah, that was the first message I got when I first joined the server. Was
Yeah.
hello, persons whose head I don't have. It was like literally because as soon as I joined, I started recording, and within 10 seconds of joining, it was like someone wants my head. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? So
Yeah, it's kind of an initiation. Of course, it's optional. We're not going to always behead everybody if they say no, but
yeah, where's the player
another
heads?
unwaxed sign.
You should just walk around with wax in your inventory. See, look, I've got like right in the center. I just
Hmm.
picked up a sign off the floor randomly. What? It was just a sign randomly floating on the floor. Oh, well,
Yeah.
free
And
sign.
this, my head up here, when I
Yeah.
redesigned my skin, I specifically made her a little surprise for the bottom. Yeah.
That big tree looks awesome from down here.
Oh yeah, I built that one. Oh, you mean the giant tree?
The giant one. The one that's
Yeah,
visible
that's
from
big.
me.
Yeah. The one to your left over here, I built as well. She wanted a little, little pond thing, kind of like a resort, not resort. Words breaking. Hang on. Refuge, kind of chill place.
Yeah,
I don't know. So I put this here.
very nice. The frog sounds don't really help. Is it just me that doesn't think frog sounds are relaxing?
Okay, so these tiny frog lights are supposed to be like fireflies, and the firefly's giving a flower to the other one. I hadn't
Oh,
seen that. I love it. I love it so
yeah.
much.
I love the Amistar mod. Well, if it was good at it.
Hmm.
This is just like supposed to be a little fairy house or something.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, they're really clever with the stuff they put around, and I just get surprised whenever I see stuff. I feel humbled living with these folks.
Oh, I don't have anyone to share. It's just me. Cats are for petting, not heads.
Yeah.
Right next to the head museum.
And then there's the rubber ducky.
How did I
Which
not see that
started
when it came in? It
that
literally
started
came in
before
and
the
it didn't
plaque
even.
resistance.
Okay, we came in this way and I didn't see it, but it's right there.
It's great from the world map, but
God.
you got to come over and see them.
Ooh, that's nice. Let's
I
see.
tried to hang a bunch of sea lanterns to get rid of the drowned spawns, but
Why is the
not
mushroom
not
cows in it?
complete. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the survivors from the decapitation attempts.
Okay, I want a tree like this now.
Oh god, they take so long.
No, not this size, but the colours. I really like the mixture. I'm getting ideas in my head now, but it's difficult with my elemental theme because I've not got any pinks and stuff in it. What's with the giant trash can?
Okay. So this was a joke. This is not going to stay.
Okay.
Um, so around the time when we got Mr. A Skill Issue up there, I randomly found a panda over here that someone had just deposited for us. And I was like, okay, I guess this is my panda now. So I took him in. And what do you do when you have a panda? You call him Trash Panda and you name him Rocket. So this is Rocket's house.
Okay.
This is the first time I've come in and he hasn't been lying on it. There he goes. Mr. Lazy Boy.
I need to build a zoo at my base and put a panda in it.
Yeah.
They're just cute.
So the whole trash can thing is just because of Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon, Trash
Yeah.
Panda, all that. So yeah.
Oh, he needs a friend.
Try to make him feel at home.
He needs a panda friend.
So this original building was designed by Cortez Areno um, on YouTube, and I followed his tutorial and just made the whole castle. And then I saw everyone else was doing that, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna change my base, huh? So I chopped off like the top 2/3 and built the giant tree on top, and kind of did the lore that the tree grew out of this old castle that had been abandoned, and so it's got like all these ruined things, like with the muddy roots and everything. So
Yeah.
everything looks kind of dingy. The the railing is all broken. You can fall through. It's an OSHA violation, but we don't tell them.
Yeah. I like that you got the roots coming out the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
That looks
So for
nice.
the longest time, it's just been this up to this roof peak here. That's all I've had.
Yeah.
But I'm running out of space for my map art, so I'm starting to build the rest.
Yeah, well, of course you run out of space when they're this big.
Yeah, yeah. I love this style right here. The little
Yeah, I was just
Victorian cottage.
thinking the crimson
It's so cozy.
log, the crimson planks go really nice with the pink.
Yeah,
I'm kind of wishing I'd chosen pink as one of my sections, but it doesn't fit with an elemental.
yeah. And guess who waxed all the signs over this entire house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Took me an hour to find them all because they're
I will.
everywhere.
I promise I will go back to my base and wax the signs I used to make picnic tables. I will
It's
remember.
just ever since the update, like if you don't wax the signs, the code is like, oh, this can be modified. I better keep continually checking. Is it modified? Is it being modified? Is it being modified? It's like, no, stop, please. I keep checking every now and then because
Yeah,
I'm neurotic.
but I promise I'll do it, and I'll record it. I'll record it so you can see.
Like, because Bernie Bob said so.
Yeah. Well, feel free to come see my base anytime. There's not much
Sure.
there yet, but well, there's pyramid.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
All right. I'm gonna keep working on my castle
Yeah.
inside the tree. I mean, I've lost all logic on this thing. It doesn't
You
make
build
any sense anymore.
no. Are you gonna build inside the tree trunk? Got lots of space in there.
A little bit, just enough that it doesn't look like it's compromising the integrity of the tree trunk. So
Yeah.
I have limits to how much I will do.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
uh.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have fun.
You do.
Bye.
Bye.
So I think I'm done on this for now. I might do a little bit more detailing later, but I don't want to really add too much. I've kind of added a little bit of the mossy cobble and the moss along the path, which I think fits in nicely. I also added some of the carpet just to give it a little bit more depth. And then just a few more plants around. I've gone around and got rid of all the torches that were on the floor and replaced them with these lanterns. The fountain is done in the middle as well. I've got the path going round. I had the square bits, and when I've done the path, I just fit the water perfectly with the path, and I think that works out quite nice. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. But before I go, there's one little thing I need to do. Oh yeah, we've got the sandpit, which I've been doing a little bit with armor stands. I didn't want too much because it's only small, so we've just got bucket and shovel and a little wonky kids sandcastle. So the last thing I need to do is wax these
Because Bernie Bob said so.
to reduce on lag, because I promised. Well, we have been very productive today. I'm happy with how the garden turned out. There is probably lots more I can add, but I don't want it to be too crowded. I think it is cluttered enough in the sections that it needs to be, and then open enough in others. And it turns out very nicely. Obviously, I need to work on getting the pathways joined up. I think between episodes, I'm going to lay out the pathways on the Earth section. Now I know where the garden is, and set out this whole area. So I know where I'm going to be building there. Um, and then we can work on some more houses. I might do one or two houses in each episode. Um, just to get this built up, and then we're going to be working on other things. We will need apartments, like I said earlier. We will need shops because every city needs shops, which means we will need shopkeepers, which I will need to figure out at a later date. And yeah, we're just going to get this whole thing filled out and looking nice. I got plenty of ideas from visiting the base earlier. So I think I need to, I need to pull my finger out and get going on this. We have way too much grass and not enough stuff to look at. If we look this way, it's not too bad. This way. But for today, that is all I've got time for. So I hope you guys like this episode. Please leave a like if you did. It really helps the channel, and any comments are always appreciated. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.